And now my heart is at home, the last installment of the Sky's the Limit search for treasure. Yes, I stand in front of the Shore Park Inn at Ocho Rios in the Caribbean island of Jamaica. 7,000 miles our treasure trail ends. Has my grandfather told the truth about the treasure, or has he lied? Upon this parchment here, I will read his last few words. I will read it indeed to the four eager and restless buccaneers.
2,000 miles.
And now my restless heart is gathering close and lending ear to this, for these are my great-grandfather's last words. He writes, in Cutlass Cove, which is where we are, by Ben Gunn's Point, which is over there, 3 ponds lie in the sand. Heed them, for marked by stars, northeast, northwest. My treasure lies close to their heavenly lines. A chest of oak lies buried there, neath the sands of time. Don't show defeat, just dig 2 feet, and treasure will be thine. I give each captain his instructions, and now I shall go and meet some of the other fine people in Jamaica whilst they start the dig. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've seen the dig begin. Right now, they're arguing about which way is north, which way is northeast and northwest, which is very, very important as far as finding that treasure is concerned. But when you want to find people around a lovely hotel like this in Jamaica, where do you go to but a beautiful pool like this? Now, folk come here from all over the world. They come from America, Canada, and a great number of people come from the British Isles. They come from England. And here we have a very beautiful lady fresh out of the pool. How was the water?
Beautiful.
I thought you were going to say wet there for a moment. Where are you from?
I'm from England.
From England?
Yes.
Wonderful. And what part of England are you from?
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Yes.
Born and bred up there where the sauce comes from?
Yes, yes, yes.
What do you do for a living?
I'm in show business.
You're in show business? What do? You dance or sing in Birmingham or somewhere?
No, I'm a singer, but not in Birmingham.
Not in Birmingham?
Not in England.
Not in England?
No.
Over on the continent?
Tokyo.
Tokyo?
Yes.
What do you do?
Well, I sing sometimes, tour around the country, learn the language.
How much of the language do you speak?
Generally, I understand it, and generally, I speak it.
All right, fine. Let's hear you say, how are you?
Genki desu ka?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yes.
Try it.
We had one where the wheels fell off.
I'm sure you do.
Tell me, tell me, Pat, do you speak any other language?
Yes, I do Italian.
Italian?
My mother's Italian.
Well, let me hear you say exactly the same thing. We've heard it in Japanese. Say the same thing in Italian.
State bene?
State bene?
Yes.
Genki desu ka?
Genki desu ka?
Well, that's most exciting. And what are you doing here in Jamaica? I mean, how does a girl from Worcester via Birmingham and the sauce factory get to Tokyo and suddenly wind up in Jamaica?
I wanted to come here on vacation.
I see.
With my mother.
Brought your mom down here?
Yes.
Then you're going to go back to Tokyo?
Yes.
Well, since you have a little bit of professional show business knowledge, I'm going to ask you just if you'd be kind enough to be our hostess here whilst we're on the island. Would you do that?
I'd love to be.
You would?
Yes.
All right. First of all, you ever seen our show in England? The Sky's the Limit?
Yes, I have seen it.
You have?
Yes.
Well, this is your chance to win some money. Would you like to answer some questions?
Oh, gosh. I'll give it a try.
What on?
Well, seeing that I travel around so much, I think the ideal thing would be geography.
Geography. We just happen to have some geographical little questions here right now.
Make them easy.
Make them easy. All right. They all say that. Here comes the first question for $1. Well, is $1 all right for you?
Right.
All right, fine. Can you tell me the capital? This is too easy. The capital of Italy.
Ah, Rome.
Rome. Rome. You are
Should
right.
know that.
You have $1.
Thank you.
Right, you want to try $3?
I'll try.
Okay. At the present time, much in the news is the Suez Canal once again. I want you to tell me what 2 seas the canal joins.
The Red Sea and the Mediterranean Sea.
That's correct, and you've got yourself $3. Try for 6?
I'll try.
Here we come for $6. Thinking of the Far East, which is evidently a place that holds your heart, tell me what the capital of Thailand is. Thailand.
Thailand. Bangkok.
And a very beautiful place, and you've got
Yes.
$6. Try for $10. 10? Okay.
The largest lake in the United Kingdom is Loch Ness, which is up in Northern Ireland. But I want you to tell me which is the largest lake in England itself.
England.
England.
More or less taking a guess on this.
Guess on it.
Windermere?
That's a guess?
Yes.
Your guess has come out good. You've
Oh,
got
good.
$10. All right, try for $30.
Try.
This country consists of a whole series of islands, the largest of which is Honshu. What is the name of the country?
That one I know, Japan.
That one you know, Japan. I saw the sukiyaki coming out of your face when you said that. All right, you have $30. You want to try for $60?
I'll try.
All right.
If it's as easy.
If it's as easy.
Right.
All right, well, think carefully.
Okay.
North of here, directly north of here, is an island. Tell me the name of the island and what is the capital of that island?
North of Jamaica.
Capital city and the island.
If I'm not mistaken, it's Cuba, and the capital is Havana.
Well, you don't get a cigar for it, but you do get $60. Now, what do you want to do? Do you want to stop there or do you want to try for $100?
Oh,
You want to stop?
I think I'll stop.
You stop. All right. I happen to have $60 in my little pocket, which I will give to you now. You've also been taken on as the hostess on the program. And right now,
Thank you
ladies
very
and
much.
gentlemen, let us go back to the beach and see how the dig for great-grandfather's treasure is going on.
Mr. O'Hara from Ayrshire certainly looks as if he's getting close. But we'll wait and see, and I've got somebody else to see. Come on with me.
Well, as they still haven't found the treasure, I've got myself a ride in a jitney. Is that
That's
correct?
correct.
A
Jitney,
jitney, you
yeah.
see. And I'm at a wonderful place. In fact, it's the most famous plantation here in Jamaica. It's Brimmer Hall. And this lovely lady sitting beside me is Mrs. Eileen
Manley.
Manning. You're no relation to the Prime Minister, are you, Mrs. Manning?
Oh, my husband somewhere along the way. All Manleys are related.
Are they really?
Yes.
You sound as if you don't come from here.
No, I don't. I've lived here approximately 20 years, but originally I'm from Dublin.
Wonderful. Well, this is a beautiful place.
Isn't it
Can you
lovely?
give us a little bit of the history of Brimmer Hall?
Sure. This was originally owned by an English family. It was sold again recently. It was a working plantation since about 1860. We have coconuts, bananas.
Now, it is still work today.
Oh, it is a working plantation.
It is. And the jitney will take us around and show us.
Yes, definitely. We'll go on a guided tour normally, but first we'll see the coconuts.
Tell me, Eileen, how many coconut trees do you have on the plantation?
Oh, thousands
Thousands.
of trees,
I see. And how do you get the coconuts down? Does this young man shake the tree and
No, if he was to do that, they'd fall on your nut.
you get a nut on the nut?
You would. What he has to do is put on this rope and climb the tree and pick them by hand.
By hand?
By hand.
With that rope he climbs?
With that rope he climbs.
Could you show us that, sir? Yeah. Fine. Gosh, look at that.
Isn't that something?
That's a cure for sore feet, if you ask me. Now, does he pick one coconut at a time?
He just picks them and lets them drop.
I
right?
see. Now, tell me, how long does it take a coconut to grow?
Approximately 1 year.
1
When
year.
he picks these, they won't come back again for 1 year.
For 1 year.
Right.
Eileen, I see that you have two different types of coconuts here now. Are they different or is it just the color?
Well, one is dried coconut and the other is a water coconut, jellied coconut.
Are these the same kind of coconuts that we get in Britain in fairgrounds and
You
places?
get the dried coconut, which is inside this, but it has to be husked first.
In other words, you have to get it out.
You have to get it out.
Is it quite easy to get it out?
Not really. There's an art in it, you know. This
No,
is why he has.
Could you
here.
get one out for us? That's the dry one, eh?
This is the dry coconut.
That's the dry one. These are the ones that we get in the fairgrounds. Look at that
Right.
knife.
You can take a piece out.
Isn't
please.
that beautiful?
When you take it out,
My
Where's this
gosh.
knife?
Oh, isn't that great?
Now
Thank you
I'm
very
going
much
to these
indeed.
two.
Mmm.
Isn't it
Lovely
beautiful?
lovely bit of coconut.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Very lovely bit of coconut. Now look, having done so much for me, I'd like to do something for you.
What would
And
you
seeing
like
as
to
you're originally an Irish lady, I'd like to ask you some questions. Would you like to answer them?
do? I'll try, but I haven't lived in Ireland for many, many years.
All right. They won't all be about Ireland.
They won't.
No, they won't. May I please have the questions? Thank you, Pat, very much indeed. Now, here we come. The questions are on general knowledge. Questions on general knowledge. First one is worth $1, because everybody seems to be playing for dollars down here.
Right.
Napoleon fought a famous battle. What was it?
Waterloo, I believe.
You believe?
Yes,
believe
it was
correct.
Waterloo.
It was, indeed it was. $3. What race takes place between Mortlake and Putney on the River Thames?
Oxford and Cambridge boat race?
You say that as a question, but it is a positive answer. As far as you're concerned, you're right. You have $3. Try for 6.
I'll try for 6.
$6. Here it comes. Can you tell me the name of the capital city, and this is a real cold one, Iceland?
Iceland. I believe it's a place called Reykjavik.
You believe it?
Yes, I really think it is.
Yeah, correct. It is Reykjavik. You have £6. Try for £10.
It's gone from $6 to £6?
No,
Lovely.
I keep making
Thank
this mistake
you.
all this time. $10. All right, you want to try?
Right, I'll try.
Which Russian revolutionary leader was murdered in Mexico in 1940?
I haven't got a clue.
You haven't a clue?
Not a clue.
Well, there's not a thing I can do, and you'll have to trot off because it was Leon Trotsky.
Oh, I see.
I'm awfully sorry, and I'm sorry I have nothing to give you.
That's perfectly all right. I have something to give you.
You have something to give me?
Yes, I have a famous Jamaican drink.
A
See
famous
there?
Jamaican drink.
This is the other coconut we're looking at, and it has the water in it.
This is the water in
yes.
it? And what are we
And
going to put in
then
it now?
Some rum in there,
Rum in there.
and then we have a little stir-up to brew the
A
pot.
little stir up. And each one of us will take one of these each.
Right,
And
try.
then let them get on with the dig, and we'll take the break. Now.
Sky's the limit to sky.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to part 2 of the Sky's the Limit National Knowledge Treasure Trail. And since I left you, I have just got myself a bamboo violin, what is known here in Jamaica as a bamboulin. A few notes. Excuse me. Well, you got the main idea. I'd like you now, talking of music, to meet one of the leading guys as far as music's concerned in the island, a wonderful chap, and the top disc jockey. His name is Neville Willoughby. Over to Neville Willoughby. Well, Neville, I've done interviews in Polaris submarines and in the Concorde at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 miles high, but never in the middle of a waterfall. What do they call these falls?
Dunn's River Falls.
Very beautiful. Do you come here every day to cool off between sessions?
Not every day because I live on the other side of the island, but whenever I can, I come here.
What's the name of the station you are a disc jockey on?
Radio Jamaica.
Oh, that's the best, eh?
Oh, definitely, without a doubt.
What kind of music goes over with the folk here? I mean,
Well, mostly the Jamaican music, which is reggae.
do you have much tin band music here in Jamaica?
Steel band.
Steel band, yeah.
Yes, we do, but that's mostly Trinidadian. We have a few of them here, you know.
So it's fair to say that all of the islands here in the Caribbean have music of their own, something a little different.
Oh, yes. Yes, definitely.
Jolly good. Well, we got a set of trad jazz questions here that we'd like to see if you could earn some money with. How about it?
All right, I'll try.
Fine. I'm going to get the questions. May we please have the questions? We have a waterfall mermaid bringing out the questions. There we go. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. The only hostess on the waterfall. You playing for pounds or dollars?
It doesn't matter. Money is money.
Money is money, and the man's a diplomat. All right, here we come on Trad Jazz. First question is worth $1.
Uh-huh.
Is trad jazz a nervous condition set to music?
I guess sometimes it could be, but not quite.
Not quite.
No.
All right, now here you get yourself $1. Try for $3. Which famous jazz city has an area called Storyville?
That'd be New Orleans.
That would indeed be New Orleans, and you are $3 the richer in the middle of a waterfall. $6 coming up next. What is a kazoo?
A kazoo. That's comb and paper.
Yes, you're right, it is. It's a comb and paper, and it sounds like a musical instrument. How do you think I impersonate a kazoo in the middle of a
Very well, very well.
Thank you, sir. Right, we're trying now for £10. Ferdinand Morton is more commonly referred to in jazz by what name?
Jelly roll.
Jelly roll is the correct answer. Going for 30 pounds. $30.
Uh-huh.
Yes, for $30. Joe Venuti recorded with the Dorsey Brothers Band, amongst many. What instrument did he play?
He played the violin.
He certainly did play the violin, and extremely well. You have $30. Trying for 60?
Yes, I'll try.
Can you give me the name or nickname of a famous Negro guitar player and folk and jazz singer who was twice jailed for murder? This is an interesting one. And in 1934, pardoned by the governor of Louisiana after singing for it.
Could that have been Lead Belly?
Could it have been?
Could it have been?
I'm asking the...
Okay, Lead Belly.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm saying.
You're staying with it.
Yes, I'll stay with Lead.
You have $60 and the water is still falling. You want to try for 100?
Okay, I'll try.
You try. Here we come for 100 pounds. Who plays the famous clarinet passage in the King Oliver version of Dippermouth Blues?
I don't remember the first name, but last name is Dodd.
His last name is Dodd.
Yeah.
Well, because you've done awful well, I'm going to give it to you. It's Johnny Dodd. So
Johnny Dodd.
Johnny Dodd.
Johnny, right,
So
Johnny
$100
Dodd.
is yours. And here is the $100
Man,
now.
the falls are worth it today.
The falls are worth it today. But leaving the falls, we go right back, ladies and gentlemen, to the dig.
Be lovely for my bag. I don't think this is right. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm afraid they're a long way from it yet. So let's go and meet one of the other people who lives here on the lovely island of Jamaica. Now, these are the falls in the beautiful Shore Park Gardens, and I'm sure I don't need to tell you it's beautiful. You can just see it. And there's a lady over here, Mrs. Brown, who I want to tell us something about Shore Park. Mrs. Brown, nice to meet you today. What is your first name?
Val. V-A-L, Val Brown.
Val Brown, I see. And what is the story about these beautiful gardens here?
Well, this garden was the site of a very old hotel in Otrias, one of the first to be exact. It got into disrepair, was broken down, and the hotel built on the beach. It still retains the name Shore Park.
So they've kept it as a park?
They have kept it as a park.
Well,
yes.
that's wonderful. And do you know anything about flowers?
Yes, I do.
Do you? What do you do for a living?
I'm a housewife, and I run the Otrias Bunanunus programs. You try saying that.
You run the Ocherias, what is that again?
Bunanunus.
You want me to say it?
Yes.
Kill this girl. The Bononomus.
Bononunus.
Bononomus.
That's very good.
So I can stay here now?
Yes, you may.
Would you like to answer some questions on flowers?
I would.
Fine, I have some questions coming over right now. Thank you very much. You see, everything is beautiful here in Jamaica.
But you're not allowed to touch.
No,
Yeah.
you're not.
They're all after me. The first question here is for a pound, or would you like to try for $1?
For dollars.
You want to play for dollars?
Yes.
You got the message, I see. Okay. What is the national tree of Jamaica?
The maho.
Is correct, and you have a pound. You want to try for 3 pounds?
I'd like to.
Where would I find an orchid?
You find them growing wild in trees in Jamaica. Sometimes they're taken from the trees and cultivated.
I
And
see.
we have approximately 365 varieties.
Of orchids here, one for every
Yes.
day in the year.
Practically.
Just think about that. Isn't that wonderful? Try for 6 pounds.
Yes, I will.
Now, this is a little difficult one, so think about it. Some policemen's truncheons. Truncheons, do you understand that?
A baton.
A baton. All right,
Yes.
a baton to you is a truncheon, and is also a pain in the head to anybody who gets it put there. Are made out of a Jamaican wood. What is that wood?
The lignum vitae.
That's right, one of the hardest woods in the world. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, you have the 6 pounds. Try for 10.
Yes.
In autumn, leaves fall off the trees in Britain. When do leaves fall off the trees here in Jamaica?
January to March, but not all the trees. To
So-
some extent they do fall, but not every tree.
Not every tree. In other words, you go around and count the trees and you see the ones that don't fall off. Is that
No,
right?
you still see a lot of green, so
You
they're
do.
not all gone.
Good. All right. Now, you want to try for 30 pounds.
Yes.
In 1782, a fruit was introduced into the island of Jamaica. What was it?
There were 2. Which one would you like?
Oh, my gosh. There were 2. All right. Well, give me both of them.
The mango and the breadfruit.
All right. You win $30, but you don't get anything extra.
for the extra piece of information. Now, would you like to try for 60 pounds?
Yes, I would, but I think you made a mistake. I said dollars.
Well, you never forget anything, do you now? All right, I want you to show me in this very beautiful garden 3 different types of flower. I want you to point to me a bird of paradise, an elephant's ear, and a lobster.
Those are very hard, but I'll try.
You'll try. All right. Now, first of all, give me the bird of paradise. It's worth $60.
I think it's that one over there.
That one over there.
Yes.
You're perfectly correct. Now, next, an elephant's ear.
Over there.
Yes, the experts are nodding and saying you're right. Now, the last one is a lobster. Think carefully, and if you get it right, the $60 is yours.
Okay.
Cross your fingers. The lobster.
I think it's that one.
You think it's that one? All right. You've won the $60.
Thank you.
Now, look, do you want to go on for $100?
No, I'll be safe and take the $60.
You'll be safe. That gave you a little
Yes.
scare that time, did it?
Yes, it did.
There's the $60.
Thank you.
And now, meanwhile, back at the dig,
Yes, I got it. Yes. I found it. I found it. I found it. Oh, look, it's in there.
Now, let me spin.
Right.
What's on top of that?
Got it. There. Can't I open it?
Now, what has my great-grandfather left behind? Ah, grandfather always thought of the losers. Would the 2 losers come over here, please, if you please? He said, a prize for you is given in my will. Yes, a prize for 2 on the briny blue. Tell them the details, Hugh. Isn't that awful? Well, I'll tell you what the prize is. The prize for the captain is a 14-day cruise for 2 on the SS Britannis, leaving Southampton August the 3rd and visiting Gibraltar, Palma, Elba, Naples, and Lisbon. And the mate's prize, also a 1-week cruise for 2 on the magnificent Queen Frederica, and that's any time from July to September. This cruise is a magnificent Mediterranean cruise on the Queen Frederica. Now, let us see what the captain and worthy mate have received.
Can't see anything. Oh, that's lovely.
All right, come on, Mrs. Ward, and let me show you what your mate's prize is. And it is a fox coat from one of London's oldest farriers. I know you don't need it here,
Yes,
but you'll need it.
Thank you very much. It's
In
absolutely super.
Fine. You won it. You're the best of all the mates. Thank you very much.
very much.
And now, let's see what the captain's prize is going to be.
By the Holy Grail, is that mine?
It's just great. Magnificent.
Well, here we are, Mr. Appleby. And come and find out what your first prize is. Would you like to tell Mr. Appleby what his first prize is?
Congratulations, Mr. Appleby.
Thank you very much.
First prize.
Thank
An
you.
English Mini equipped with full stereo. Of course, you can't drive it back home, but you will receive the exact replica of this car when you get back home.
So when you get
fine.
back and
Lovely,
get off
thank
the
you.
airplane, that's going to be waiting for you. It's got fitted out with stereo, a British Mini, the best, okay?
That's lovely.
Mr. Appleby, pleasure having you on Skies the Limit.
Thank you very much. I've enjoyed every second of it.
Thank you. Bye-bye from Jamaica.
Sky's the limit, high over the clouds. Sky's the limit, away from the crowds. Let's leave our cares behind and find a place in the sun. You'll find when you're on top of the world can be fun. Sky's the limit, fly like a balloon. Sky's the limit.